Welcome back to the midweek rest and reset. Today is the Thanksgiving edition. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving here in the United States, with all its mixed history. But the goal of the holiday is to remember to have gratitude for what we have, all of the things that are good. Um, so we're going to do the Anjali Mudra. This is prayer hands. I'm sure you all know you can hold them on your chest or your heart. Um, and you can do that whether you're sitting or walking or laying down. And, Thanksgiving kind of came about because a bunch of people survived a storm and they ended up not where they planned to be. And so they didn't have any resources and were worried they were not going to survive the winter despite having survived the storm. And the indigenous folks of that region helped them out of the kindness of their hearts. They didn't have to, but it was the right thing to do, and they did. And then later on, their kindness was returned by being taken advantage of. So I think it's a good time to remember not only the kindnesses that we have received, but to think about how we might repay those kindnesses with kindness and not take advantage of all these blessings that we have in our own lives. How do we use those good things that we are grateful for, that we're thankful for, not just to better our own lives, but to better the lives of everybody, right? Not just those people who we're close to, but the people all around us. I think about this a lot when I think about the garden. Um, we're on Ohlone land, and I think about taking care of our property in stewardship for whoever might need this land in the future, whether that's them or my kids or grandkids or somebody I don't even know about yet. And we can think about that not just for where we live, our own homes, whether you're in an apartment or on acres and acres of farmland, but you can think about it in terms of caring for our planet, being grateful that we have this planet to live on, that we have enough oxygen to breathe, that we have the resources in terms of farming to try to feed all of humanity. And how can we be stewards of all of those blessings? Again, not just for ourselves, but for everyone. So instead of thinking about everything that's going on this week, I mean, you can if you want to, if you've got a crazy week. It is Thanksgiving week. Sometimes Thanksgiving week is very hectic. Um, so definitely remember you can do Logic of the Heart whenever you need to, and there's resources available at amagipath.com if you want to carry the audiobook guided version around on your phone with you when you go grocery shopping or while you're cooking all day, or if you're going on a Black Friday spree, it's there for you if you choose to use it. But for today, pick pick one thing that you're really deeply grateful for that's present in your life this week. And we'll use that as the focus. That one thing that you're really truly deeply grateful that you have right now. It might be a thing, it might be a person, it might be a space, it could be a resource. And then let all of your thoughts and feelings about this thing you're grateful for rise up within you. And when it all feels very strongly present, turn your focus inward and find where in your body you're holding the energy of all of those thoughts and feelings. Maybe sense with touch what size it might be, if it's misty or solid. Maybe there's colors, maybe it's just texture. Maybe it's moving. Maybe it's a combination of substances. Just observe whatever it is. And when it feels like you have a full and complete sense for the multisensory three-dimensional object that is holding all this energy of all these thoughts and feelings, place it outside of yourself, maybe into an offering basket or an altar platter, and let it go with love and gratitude. And when that first part is all the way out, and you feel the energy of it finally separate out, turn your focus inward again and notice what arises anew. Again, feeling for where it is and what size it might be, the density and texture and substance. And again, when you feel you have a complete understanding of it, place it into that same spot outside yourself with love and gratitude, making sure all the energy it's holding moves with it. When the energy from that is all fully separated from you, turn your focus inward once again and feel for what arises this time. Again, when you've found full and complete multisensory imagination, place it outside yourself with love and gratitude. And when you turn your focus inward once again, notice if what arises is a stronger, maybe deeper, maybe more detailed version, or if it's completely different. And if it is that deeper, stronger, more detailed version, that's how you know you've found empathy as a soul substance, but also as a state of being. And sense into the qualities of yourself that go along with that: the stillness, the clarity, the balance, centered and stable within yourself. Let yourself rest here for a while. And as you rest here, let all of those qualities of inner peace fill up not just your soul, but your body too. Let it all the way in. And when you're ready, think about that thing that you started with, that one thing that's present in your life right now that you're grateful for. And as you think about it again, notice if you have a slightly different stance towards it, maybe calmer, maybe deeper. Maybe you notice an impulse to express your gratitude in the physical world for this thing you're grateful for. Now, as you come back, maybe press your hands a little more tightly towards each other to really feel where your body is. And then maybe relax your wrists. That's a deceptively challenging mudra. um, we do it so often, but we don't hold it for very long, right? We have gratitude gestures, and namaste that we do in yoga classes, and there's a lot of religious traditions that use this as a gratitude or a prayer, right? That's why we call it prayer hands. Um, Gesture. It's not limited to one tradition. But again, we usually don't hold it for that long. Um, so I hope that this calm, grounded, centered place is somewhere that you can find again whenever you need to throughout the hectic times that are the holiday season, not just Thanksgiving, but the rest of December and early January too. And I look forward to seeing you again next time.